Hi everyone, this is ASTROHYPE PINKBLACKVIVI. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking about astrology, spirituality, and lifestyle. So today I will continue with my 12 rising signs, aka ascendant signs. And today I'm actually talking about Sagittarius rising. So I want to talk briefly about what is a rising sign. So the rising sign is when you have the exact birth time, and then you can put on whatever astrology software or the free link that obviously I will provide below my description box. You can put on your birthday, birthplace, and birth time. So the birth time is very important because the birth time will considering and determine your rising sign, whether your rising sign, ascendant sign lands on. So I want to talk a little bit about what is a rising sign. So a rising sign is your first impression you give out to the world or others people when they first came across you and realize about you. Also that your appearance wise, what's your hair color, your eyes color, your face shape, your body shape. That is the rising sign. So let me break it out easily to understand, right? For example, you go to the store and you want to buy a shirt, not knowing what is the quality of the shirt, who make it, what is the brand of it. You just like the color and the style of the shirt. That's called the rising sign in astrology. So it's only the first impression, the color, the style of the shirt, that is called the rising sign in astrology. Okay, so let's move on and jump right into the Sagittarius rising. So what is the Sagittarius rising as you guys? Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, but it's different kind of Jupiter who rule for Pisces. So Sagittarius have the Jupiter of the daytime, and Pisces has a Jupiter of the nighttime. Is a same Jupiter energy, but is bring out a different effect. What is Jupiter? Jupiter ruled millionaire, billionaire, the wealth, money, finance, all the good things in life is ruled by Jupiter. So you guys know that. You guys very blessed to have Sagittarius rising or even sun, moon, or stellium in Sagittarius, which is I have the stellium in Sagittarius too. So I have a jovial look to myself. As one of the quality of you guys as a Sagittarius rising, we have very expansive and jovial look to ourselves because, like I said, Jupiter, who ruled Sagittarius, is very jovial look because it's rule wealth, it's rule millionaires and all the good thing in life, spirituality and higher mind. So Sagittarius is mutable modality. So what is mutable modality? Which is very flexible. Mutable modality is very flexible with things. So we don't fixate it in one thing. So for example, as you guys are Sagittarius rising, sometimes something comes to your life. And obviously if the fixed side, like Leo or Aquarius rising, they may get fixated in one thing, one solving of that problems. But maybe as a Sagittarius rising, as you guys, we're very flexible in solving thing. If this thing don't work out, maybe we use the other technique to solve it. That is called mutable modality because it's have the quality of very flexible in it. Sagittarius is a fire element. So we very fiery. Why I always say we here? Because I have the stellium in Sagittarius. And what is stellium? Stellium is the pack of planets in Sagittarius. So, and the dominant of my chart is also Jupiter in Sagittarius. So which means it turned out I'm very Sagittarius rising too. And I know it, a lot of people said it to me too. Okay, so it's fire. So we always burned out of creativity and activity. So as a Sagittarius, we love to do things. We love to jump and do different things, and very active in our life. So we jump here, jump there, do this, do that. It's not like Gemini rising. We not like communicative. Because Gemini is multiple size too, but they communicative. It's just communication fact of it. So they love to talk and it communicates a lot. That is our seventh house. I will talk a little bit later in this video, right? But as us, as a Sagittarius rising, we love to do multiple things. We love to have the spark of thing of creation. So we jump different places. As you see, the symbolism of Sagittarius is half horse and half human, and have the arrow and a bow in the hand. So we love to aim and shoot to different places, different things. And we go from this place to the other place, this point to the other point. And we multiple to, which is very flexible. So we fighting to go to what 5 places to go to. That's why Sagittarius rising as does. We love traveling to different places, far away places to learn, because it's the bow and the arrow is aim and we go there. Just aim and go and learn. Okay, so Sagittarius rising ruled by Jupiter daytime, as I said, and Jupiter is a Zeus god of the sky and thunder, and he's expose liars. And also I know that I realized one thing, even from my own perspective, because like I said, I'm a stellium and dominant in my chart is Jupiter Sagittarius. So we love truth and we are truth seekers. As a Sagittarius rising, we hate liars, and we don't talk lies. We always try our best to say the truth of everything. We expose liars. So people, sometimes a lot of people are very, they have some little bit white lies here and there, but Sagittarius even don't like it. You guys, as a Sagittarius rising, you guys don't like it. Just tell me the truth. And if it's good, it's good. If it's not good, it's not good. Don't have to hide anything. Just tell the truth, and we will solve it, or if we will move on from it, right? So because of the quality of Jupiter is the Zeus, god of sky and thunder, and he's expose liars as Greek mythology. So as a Sagittarius rising, we love truth and we hate light. Obviously, we don't like liars too. Jupiter is very abundant planet, is the biggest planet in the whole universe. So we do something grand, something big. When we do something, we just do something really big. For example, it's just an example from my own self, right? So when I want to do something like, for example, when I have some like public speaking talk. For example, I love doing public speaking. When I was growing up, I always on stage and do public speaking in my school, in my college. And when before the speaking, I always try to practice in front of the mirror, and I see myself in the mirror is very big, very large, and very expensive. And the voice, our voice is very high pitch tone. So we talk fast and we talk loud. It's happened a lot with fire side too. I see it in Aries and Leo. I have a Leo moon too, so I talk loud usually, and I see it as not good. Some people don't like it, but we love to talk really loud as a Sagittarius rising, and we talk as in expansive way, in a big way, in broad views. For example, you guys as a Sagittarius rising, and you guys have friends gathering, right? And you guys don't talk something little thing, you talk something big and expensive. For example, you guys talk about the news on the television, right? One news, and but you guys want to expand it to the world news. For example, just talk about like the economy, but you don't want to talk about just only the US economy, then you want to tear that direction of the conversation to of the group of the friends of yours in that moment into the word economics, for example, because we love the expansive thing. We love something big and broad views. That's the quality of Jupiter. Jupiter bring wisdom, travel, philosophy, teaching, guidance, religion, high-minded, publish, marketing, export and import. That's the quality of Sagittarius rising and Jupiter. You guys very bold, very courageous people. Jump doing things, like I said, is a half horse, half human. So you guys just jump, shoot, and just bring that bow and arrow to shoot and aim and shoot to that point and go there. So very courageous, love philosophy, love religious, because the original house of Sagittarius is in the zodiacal wheel. Originally house is a nice house, and the sun, dignity of the sun shining, and love the nice house, because the ninth house is philosophy, religions, high-minded, and dignity. We live in dignity, obviously, because we hate liars, so we expose liars. So we always truth seeker. Once you want to be a truth seeker, you have to live and stay in your dignity first in yourself, right? Appearance wise, with the female, we have like Sagittarius rising, you guys, and even myself, we have really good the hip and the butt and the legs is very beautiful, because the symbolism of Sagittarius is half horse, half human, and the horse have very beautiful butt and the hip. The one model in reality of Sagittarius rising, the appearance wise, is Kim Kardashian. And Kim K, she's very popular for her butt and her legs and her body shape, obviously. That make her very popular. So she's a Sagittarius rising in reality, if you want to see the model of Sagittarius rising, right? And with the male, it's Bruce Lee. So Bruce Lee, very athletes, extremely athletes, and he is a good actor, obviously, of the martial arts. And with, I figured out one thing with Sagittarius rising man, they extremely good at sports. It's obviously, it depends on the whole chart. Maybe depends on your sun sign, your moon sign, but usually Sagittarius rising man, they're very good at sport. You know why? Because the fifth house, from the first house is Sagittarius rising first house. So the fifth house from the Sagittarius rising, as you guys, is Aries. And Aries is very sportsman because it's ruled by Mars. And if you guys playing any sports, you guys always on top of the sport games. Even you guys not into sports or not a sport person, whenever you guys gathering as a male or even a female with the friends and play, for example, basketball, whatever, you guys always win. And people said, oh, why you win? Oh, because you guys are obviously Sagittarius rising, really good at sports. Okay, so let's talk about the fourth house, because I want to talk about the four pillar of the life of every rising sign. So which is the first house, which is we just pass on, and then the fourth house, which is your mother, your home life. The seventh house is significant others, and the 10th house is the father or the career. So move on to the fourth house. The fourth house is ruled by Pisces, and Pisces is very, spiritually side. So the fourth house originally ruled the mother, the home life, the females in our life, but usually the elderly female. So for example, the mother, the stepmother, the godmother, the grandmother, the great grandmother is in the fourth house. Some astrology textbook, they said that it's a father also, but mainly it's my mother for me. And I have to say this, with all Sagitt, the mother of the Sagittarius rising, you guys, very religious. or very spiritual, but mostly spiritual, and the mother a little bit elusive to you guys. I'm sorry to say that. But because Pisces rule the fourth house, and Pisces a little bit delusion. So mostly, I'm not saying all Sagittarius, but I'm saying handful of Sagittarius, or maybe one or two people Sagittarius out there. You guys don't understand the mother deep down, because it's Neptune there. Pisces is a Neptune energy. So the mother a little bit elusive, a little bit detached, a little bit near, but far from you. And Neptunian is very hard to grasp. It's like this, right? It's the smoke of illusion. So the home life and the mother and maybe the grandmother, or maybe the stepmother, the godmother, it's hard to understand for you guys, and it takes time. Everything takes time. If you want to be close to your mother, you have to take some time to understand your mother. And one thing about my research, I realized that throughout 4 years of practicing in astrology and intensively doing charts, I just realized that Sagittarius rising and Pisces rising usually have double mother or double father. So for example, you guys have a stepmother and a mother, or stepfather and father, because the fourth house is also the mother or the father, as I said, or right grandmother or father. So usually the family life is a little bit off here, like one mothers, two mothers, one father, two fathers, as I have a stepfather too. So that's my own story, right? I just spill a little tea for you guys, right? So just take some time to understand our parents, right? And that's the lesson in life in everybody. We need to take some time to learn about ourselves, and we take some time to learn about the loved one, the people around us that we love, that we don't have a chance to understand them. Okay, so let's move on to the seventh house of you guys. So you guys, as a Sagittarius rising, the seventh house, the opposite side, the axis is Gemini, and Gemini is very quick-witted and very fast. So you get attracted to people who talk fast usually, and very communicative. So the partner usually very communicative, and love to do small talk, like very small talk, you know, like very tabloid thing, tabloid news, even though you guys don't like to do it, but you get attracted to it. You want to talk about higher mind, spirituality and something like that, but you guys attracted to the partners or partner who talk about small talk, the business ideas, small talk, because Gemini is ruled by third house too. They're very good at communication. Obviously, you have to check the whole chart in order to know the partner deeply. But for the most part, the partner is like that. And one thing I want to expose, because this is a decoding videos, so I have to tell the best side too, okay? Usually, we as a Sagittarius rising, very committed partner, but because the seventh house is Gemini, so as the Sagittarius rising, you guys usually have two partners, so which means maybe you have two wives, two husbands, or two exclusive relationships, right? And also when you guys not committed to the partner yet, so when you guys getting to know the person or in the process of dating, you guys always have the two, not always, but most of the time you guys have two guys or two girls at the same time that you guys talking to, because this, like I said, the seventh house of Sagittarius rising, you guys, is Gemini, and Gemini is double two people. So usually you guys dating two people at the same time, talking to two people at the same time, not because you guys flirting, but just because it takes a long time for Sagittarius rising as you guys to be committed to one partner. It's a process, because Sagittarius always want to go places, do different things, and travel and learning. So it wastes a lot of energy of us, so we cannot focus in the seventh house. But when we committed, when you guys as a Sagittarius rising committed, very committed partner, just one partner, because you know why? Sagittarius rule the ninth house, originally rule the ninth house. And like I said, when the ninth house is all the good things in life and also commitment. So when I read the charts for people who ask me about marriage, when the marriage happened, I always look at the transit to the ninth house, because people say we look at the transit to the seventh house, the fifth house. The fifth house mainly for dating, flirting, you know, one night stand. The eighth house is more of like cheating, have an affair, and the 12th house of affair, and the seventh house is more like a committed relationship, long term. But if you want to see specifically for marriage, when the marriage happens, you have to see the seventh and the ninth, because the ninth house, as I said, is committed, is the court. So whenever you do inside the paper of marriage, you go to court, right? So Sagittarius rising, as you guys always believe in marriage. A lot of signs don't believe in marriage, like Aquarius. They don't believe in marriage. They have significant others, yes, for whole life, but they don't marry, usually Aquarius rising. But as a Sagittarius rising, you guys love the idea of marriage, and hopefully your chart is nice in the marriage section, and you guys can do marriage too, one or two weddings, one or two marriages, maybe not, but you guys obviously very committed, because originally ruled Jupiter is the ninth house, is commitment. It's a commitment thing. So you guys love the idea of committed things. Even you do business partnership, even you have a business partner, you always take a long time for you to figure out if this person is a good fit for the business partner. But once you decided this is a business partner, this is my marriage partner, or maybe this is my long-term relationship, business, partner, lovers, you will be extremely committed, not cheating. If you have a stellium, just like me, a pack of planets in Sagittarius, and dominance of the chart, which I'm very Sagittarius too, you're very committed when you committed, but it takes a long time. It takes a long process to come to that point. And usually, like I said, in dating, double things, and you do you, right? Nobody judge it, because we're not committed yet, so we obviously have options, right? Okay, so let's move on to the 10th house, and the 10th house is represented the career, public reputation. A lot of people, astrology textbooks said that it's a sixth house, but it's sixth house is the job that we do routinely, but we don't really, maybe we don't like it. But the 10th house is the purpose in life, the career, the obviously career, and that 10th house is Virgo. And Virgo is Mercury too. So usually I see Sagittarius rising love, as you guys love to teach, to preach people, to teach about higher mind. So I came across some of my professor in my college, because I finished college around, I graduated in bachelor in internal and external accounting, and in my college, I came across some of my professors that I very respect. And obviously, as a Sagittarius rising, we love to learn. We love college. We love grad school, college, and stuff like that. So because of the ninth house, it's higher learning, higher mind too. It's college, university. So when I was in college, I came across some of my professor, and the professor that really guides me at the first, the last step that before I graduated, she also my counselor in the school for my career. She's a Sagittarius rising, believe it or not. I read her charts a little bit when I first started with my astrology path. And now I understand more and more, because all in astrology. Astrology is higher learning too. And see, I'm doing, as a Sagittarius, I'm doing college and finish college. I was in grad school in business, and then now see where I am. I'm in astrology now. So I'm a living example of Sagittarius rising. And I'm very jovial too. Obviously, we have, as a Sagittarius rising in life, sometimes we have downside too. But mostly it's very quick downside, like 5 minutes, and we happy again, jovial again, because of Jupiterian happy outlook to life, very optimistic. That's Sagittarius. We optimistic, we enthusiastic. That's our, and hope this is rule the ninth house. Sagittarius and Jupiter rule hope, rule expansion, rule faith, and rule religions also. All the, like I said, all the good things in life is Sagittarius. Very blessed to be a Sagittarius, even sun, moon, especially rising signs, right? Okay, so like I said, the 10th house, which is you guys as Sagittarius rising career, is more like teaching, preaching. You can do whatever. Even you can do YouTube just like me, but talk about astrology and bring knowledge to the world. And also of service, because it's Virgo, it's a 10th house. I came across some of my clients who has Sagittarius rising, and they just do nurses and doctors because they have other planet, other sun, moon in different size, but they do the job of service to other. And obviously at the end of the day, they still teach, they still guide. For example, one of my client who is a Sagittarius rising, she's a nurse, registered nurse, and now she's guiding other kids in her branch to do stuff in the hospital. So it's still teaching and guiding in some form. It doesn't mean you have to be on the stage and talk and on YouTube and talk and guiding, counseling people, but you're still in the path of teaching and preaching in some point of your life. Even you be in the family setting, you still be a person that others, family member come to you and ask you stuff, and they earn knowledge from you, because the ninth house is higher mind. So you always have a higher mind, looking thing from bird's eye view, so to speak, right? Looking thing from a up high and bring it to very broad view of the world, expansion. Okay, so I just want to state some downside of you guys, because this is decoding. So I have to say, right? As a Sagittarius rising, you guys have so much optimism, so much enthusiastic. So that make you guys don't understand a lot about others people. Sometimes we come across people who unlucky in life, unfortunate, and maybe they have very downside outlook to life. For example, if you guys come across a person that have too much Saturn in that chart, it's very burdening on them in their life, and they obviously don't have a perspective like us, like Sagittarius rising, like you guys, right? So it's hard for you guys to understand them. For example, you guys come across a person that have so much Capricorn and Aquarius in their chart, and they always say, oh, like, so life is so heavy, blah blah blah. You guys say, why? What, man? Why you always say that? I don't see that. It doesn't mean that that person you came across have a lot of Saturnian in that chart is not optimistic. Maybe their life throw at them a lot of pessimistic thing. Maybe they meet a lot of hurdles in their life that makes their life very burdening, but you guys don't understand this, so that hurt others people. And because we are very bold and brutally honest, I have to say the word brutally honest, because I've been there, done that. When I was younger, I'm extremely brutally honest, and it's hurt I'm the truth seeker also, so I always tell the truth, and it's hurt a lot of people in my life. It's pulled them away from me, and I was really regret about it. The way I'm growing up, I'm learning more about astrology, and I understand more. I know that it's not good to do that. It's totally not good um, to be bold sometimes. I just need to be softer, and I use my Piscean sun to learn and to improve myself day by day. And just to repress a little bit about my Sagittarius dominant energy in my chart, which is hurting others people, because I'm brutally honest. And you have to know that life is different from this person and the other person, and life throw at us as Sagittarius rising, as you guys, is different than life throw at the person who have a lot of Saturnian, Capricorn, Aquarius, because we are in totally different path of our lives, obviously, and God and universe always created us in different ways. Maybe this life we Sagittarius rising out, you guys, very optimistic. The life throw at you beautiful things, lucky things, but doesn't mean the next life we're gonna be in the same shoes as this life anymore. Maybe it will be Aquarius in next life. We know it, right? So just tone down, and don't be very bold, very brutally honest, because it will hurt people around us unintentionally, right? And the last thing I want to say, because the downside of Sagittarius rising, as you got indulgence, indulge too much in one thing, because it's expensive quality of Jupiter. So we love so much things at the same time. So for example, if I love astrology and spirituality, I can spend whole day my whole day off to just focus on astrology, and it's really unhealthy, because we obviously need other things in our life too. We cannot indulge one thing, even though it's a good thing. For example, my example, right? I love astrology, but I work a lot within a week. I just only have a day off, but I still indulging in astrology. I don't have any time left for myself. It's still indulgence in some sense, and it's not really healthy. We need time and place for things. For example, as a Sagittarius rising, you guys love sweet candies, and it's not good for the health. I know I love sweet too. I love dessert a lot, and we eat a lot of sweet, and easily for us to have diabetes. And about health and medical astrology, I read some books about it. I'm not expertise in health, and obviously health astrology and medical astrology is very good subject I'm learning to right now. It's saying that as a Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius moon, especially the moon side, and Sagittarius stellium, as for me, we easily to have diabetes when we get older, because as you guys Sagittarius, I said that we firstly, the downside is indulgence, want a lot of quantity of one thing, too much of one thing. And then secondly, Sagittarius rising loves sweet. So if we keep indulging in sweet stuff within the days and don't know where to stop it, even indulging in other stuff, even, for example, I indulging in astrology when my day off, I just only have a couple hours, but I still indulging instead. I don't have the time to spend on other stuff in my life. It's still indulgence in one thing, and it's really not good. It's not unhealthy. It's not healthy. So it's just a little bit downside. It's not too much about downside, because I said that Sagittarius is all the good things in life. And also Sagittarius rising as a rising size is a life path. So you attracted a lot of good things in life. So keep it, improve it. Like I said, understand for other, pay your compassionate to other, not be very bold. Bold is good. Expose the truth is good, but it's maybe hurt others people. And don't be very brutally honest. Don't indulging in everything like sugar, like quantity of one thing, but have to separate, have to dissolve our energy to different branches, to different things, so everything will be equal and balanced, and it's good. So to conclude this, I must say that you guys very bold, very courageous people, love philosophy, religions, and live in dignity and always stay in the dignity. Very great to have Sagittarius rising. Congratulations. And even you have Sun and Moon in Sagittarius. Keep doing that. Keep improve that, and help others people by our knowledge to guide people, bring people to the light side of the world. Okay, thank you so much, so much for listening to my video. So obviously, please stay tuned for my next video from the series of rising ascendant signs that I will come out in the future. And please like, share, and please subscribe for the video. So help me to contribute more and motivate me to expand my channel and bring a lot of good contents in the future to you guys. Okay, have a nice day to all of you guys out there. Bye.